Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. It is an absolute pleasure to have you join me as I share with you my completed journal all ready for the start of Dephemerember. It's been a long, hard row trying to get this done because I kept on wanting to add more and more and do more and more, and I couldn't stop. And simple as that, I couldn't stop. I just wanted to keep creating the journal. I've never put so much heart and soul and effort into a journal, especially for me, for myself. And that is, kind of hard to admit. But hey, it is what it is. So here it is. This is the front cover. I mean, normally I don't even put anything on the front for myself. It's just like blank. So yeah, I love it. Love, love, love it. So 2024. We've got a little wee tag, and this is the same as I've got on my other Dephemerember journal. Same style, same font. This one's just a little bit longer because I learnt from the previous ones. Same thread that I've used in my previous journals, just so that I've got some sort of consistency or pattern in them. I love that. Even the same type of eyelet. Yes, that's how pedantic I am, shall we say? Who knows? But, right, so let's go through. This is some gauze that I dyed, and there's some matching Halloween cloth. I dyed that for another project, and it was leftover, but this is just the perfect colouring for this journal. These are some pages in a kit that I've used in the journal, and I've done them so that it's 4 A4 pages onto 1 A4 page. So I've shrunk it down to like 25%, and then I've torn out half of each page, so it's a lot smaller than what it normally is. And then I have, if you can see that, I have clear embossed the numbers so that they stand out. We've got some, it's not really gold splatter, it's gold drops. But I wanted, because there's so much going on there, I wanted to be very particular in terms of controlling where the gold went. And then we've got hand stitching of some leftover threads that were pulled off in fraying another fabric, but just that they matched so well, I thought I'd put them on there as well. And again, just perfect colouring. I don't normally use laces for myself, so yep, we've gone whole hog this time. Now this is the same size and sort of formatting as what Louisa and Barbara have done, only I've gone for the exposed stitching. It is using Barbara's paper bag process that she normally does. So there's a paper bag inside, shopping bag, and my pages are the same size as theirs, A4. or based on A4, because, you know, I've had to trim white edges around pages. So I'm hoping it's going to be a reasonably quick flip through and I don't yabber on too much, but I love it so much we could be here till midnight. So inside is plain. I don't know if I'll add a pocket or not, because I do have, of course, the pocket in the back. So here we go, and now it's got 4 signatures, same setup as Barbara and Louisa, 3 printables, 2 A4 size or large pages, and 2 small, I think it is, yep. So I'll flip through. So we've got printables with glaze, embossing glaze over texture paste, gold splatters throughout. This is braille page with built-in pockets. I didn't want to cut anything off those, so they've got pockets in those pages, and there's 2 braille pages in there. So that's 1 in each of 2 signatures. I've got also I included in each signature 1 tea and coffee dyed page, and then on that page I stenciled through one of Donna Downey's stencils. So I've used 4 different stencils, and on each stencil I've highlighted 1 word with just outlining the around that word with a marker pen. So I love the result of that, and love, you know, just how clear it is. And I still have not gone around that eye. So we're just, hang on, wrong pen. I better do this properly, or else I will get told off. There, it's not very straight, but hey, at least it's gone around and it's done now. Right, okay, so done. Envelope, and that is a texture paste. Then there was gold mist and black paint put over it to add some depth, and created pockets. I've got my faux vintage tape on several pages, and this is embossing powder over golden tar gel. This is one of my favourite pages. Absolutely love the result, and we've got embossing glaze on that. I kind of went crazy with the re-inkers on the printables page. That's the other side of the envelope there, and a little wee tuck spot in the back. That is the back half of that A4 page. I've gone through and explained which printables I've used as I've made the journals, but I will link them all underneath in the description box. I love the way this turned out. It's actually quite textured, and that's because I used a embossing ink dauber through the stencil, and it's given it a very uneven texture, which looks and feels kind of funky. And then going into the second signature, and this is a Cosmic Shimmer, I think it is, texture paste. Got rose papers. This is out of a gardening book, or a book on roses actually. That's another one of the A4 coffee pages. I've got some vintage music paper in there, and I wanted to do extra distressing on it, and there's like tea and coffee plus re-inkers mixed with water sprayed on them, and I just love the effect of it all. Here's my flip out page. Love this. Think it's so cool. That was out of a magazine, and I've backed it onto coffee dyed paper, which I've stenciled on, but I figured I can still write all over the stencils. This is the second one of the stencils from Donna Downey. Here, I better check. I'm still on the second signature. And then we go to the third signature, and this is embossing powder. And that is verdigris. Just love the way that turned out. Turned out better than I was expecting. This is the third of the Donna Downey stencils. And that's some more of that Cosmic Shimmer embossing powder. Another and that's the other half of the music paper. Another rose page. And this is a sewing pattern page, which I left, basically I just glued it in half and then left it as whole. But I have stitched around each panel, or set of panels I should say, and then I have coffee dyed around each of them as well after I stenciled it, and I just love the effect on that. And like all the pages, particularly where there's been quite a lot of liquid or water-based mediums put on them, just sound so adorable. I mean, it's a journal that I just want to keep flicking through. That's the other half of the Donna Downey stencil, believe it or not. And then this is the final signature. This was a TCW stencil on tea and coffee dyed with the dots, and that was paper that I was gifted in a swap. There's the second braille page with its built-in pockets. That's the final A4 coffee page. And then this page of Barbara's, I have clear embossed the stamps on both halves because that's just what they stood out and told me they needed. And then this is the second of the round pages in here. And that's where I got the idea for the cover, was on these pages here, where I had embossed the numbers, whatever random numbers appeared on the pages. So there's the other embossing on the half of Barbara's page. And that's the final Donna Downey stencil. That's the back of the braille page, and my first time including a stamp that I carved. I'm really proud of that stamp. And that's it. And then of course is the pocket in the back of the journal. Some of the oxides rubbed off, I think. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my prompt list, because this is the same size that I normally print off, and my journal is just a bit smaller than I made previously, so it's probably going to get folded in half, I think, and maybe tucked in a pocket, unless I use the smaller version. But that's on paper, it's just not as much fun as using the card. So that's my only dilemma at this stage. Other than that, it's time for me to get on with filming some prompts. So I hope you enjoyed looking through my journal. I enjoyed sharing it with you, and I can't wait to be back in the studio and actually working in it. So I will see you back in the studio, ready for the first prompt for Dephemerember. Bye for now.